Welcome to Plickers. This is a quick start guide that's hopefully going to get you using Plickers next class period. So let's jump right in, go to our classes, and add a new class. You can fill in whatever information you want for your class and just hit save. And then we need to add some students. So you could add students one by one, or you could use Power Teacher to get a roster. So I have my roster here. I just exported a simple student roster from Power Teacher to a CSV file, meaning just a spreadsheet. And I have it here in Google because I'm on a Chromebook right now, but if you're on a desktop, you can just do this out of Excel. I'm just gonna highlight, Control-C, copy all those names, add to roster, Control-V, paste all those names, save, and now I have all my students into my system. Now you can either just pass out the Plickers by number to the students they're already assigned to, or you could have students pick up a random Plicker, and I just have them come up to the smartboard and drag the correct number over their name. You'll notice it's just real easy to pick up any number and drag it to a student's name, and it'll then switch their Plicker number. So whatever you want will work. Now we need to create some questions. So I'm going to go to the library. Now you could create multiple choice questions in Plickers, true or false questions, and you could even use pictures, but you can't do any kind of extended response with them. So I'm going to go new question, and I'll make my question, do you like Plickers? And I can put in my answers, make it true, false, multiple choice. Yes, they're awesome. I love them. And then I can choose what answers are correct. You could choose multiple correct answers. If this is a question where it's just a survey, there's not necessarily a correct answer, you don't have to choose any. So I'll choose they are all correct. And save it. Now I can move this question to a folder. I could archive it if I want to use it later, but not right now, or I could delete it if I don't like it. Now, the last thing you need to do with that is add it to the queue. So you need to tell Plickers, which class are you asking this question to? I'm asking it to my demo class, so I'm going to add it to my demo queue. And now that I have that, it's time to go to my app so I can pull it up. So I'm going to go to live view here because I'm ready to ask a question. And as you can see, it says, select the question from your app. So let's go to the app and check that out. So when you open the Plickers app, you're going to want to select the class you want to use the question for, and then that question you just added to the queue should pop up. Select that question, and then you should notice your live screen changes to that question. You'll notice there's this panel here that helps you determine what students have answered the question. I always hide that because you can see what students have answered your question on the phone app. So you've got your question here, and what your students are going to do is you'll notice there's an A, B, C, and D side to the Plickers. So students will think about the question and then just rotate their Plicker so whatever answer they want is on top. And then you're going to go back to your phone. You're going to press that scan button in the app, and you'll notice your camera comes up. And when you hold up your phone and start scanning the room, it's going to start recognizing all of those students' Plickers. And if you selected a correct answer for that question, it'll also tell you immediately if the student got the question right or wrong by making their name green or red. And it only takes 10 to 15 seconds to scan the class. Just make sure students are holding their Plicker straight, that their Plicker is able to be seen by your camera, so make sure it's not behind somebody else's Plicker. And make sure that they don't have their hands covering any part of the QR code shape, because then it'll have a hard time reading it. So once all their data is in, you can hit Show Panel. And I always go to the graph then, so we can see the histogram of how students answered. You can discuss their answers, and then if you want, you can reveal the correct answer to students. And there you go, a whole bunch of data at your fingertips. And later on, when you want to look at it, you can go to reports, and you can look at reports by class, by question, and see how your students are doing. Good luck and have fun.